Hi, everyone. We hope we
Hi.
find you doing well and ready for December. We're here with Maddie Brown, CPA.
Hey.
Maddie, give a shout out.
Yay.
All right, everyone. Are you ready to ditch financial stress and throw your budget out the window? Let's talk today about how smashing numbers empowers entrepreneurs with financial clarity. I was talking to a couple entrepreneurs yesterday, and they really expressed how much they love that we focus on small business entrepreneurs. Maddie, you found a statistic that says there's 12 million women-owned business owners in this nation. And of that 12 million, 88% are making less than $100,000 a year. And you
Gross.
gross. And you built a business that supports these women. Tell me why it is so important that we help this group of women.
Well, I just think that it is a travesty that CPAs and accountants are so busy focused on million dollar businesses and multi-million dollar businesses that the majority, the 90%, don't get the attention. All they get is a tax return on April 15th with the Schedule C that they don't understand what it means. And I think that's wrong. I think we need to help the majority of businesses and give them the the air they need to breathe so that they can survive and do better than they would do if they were working at McDonald's.
I love that. And so that leads me to my next point is to tell me about the accounting industry. I know that we've heard stories like how clients have said that their accountant has yelled at them, or they're paying their bookkeeper, but they don't get reports at the end of the month, or they don't know where their money is going, but they're working with an accountant or a bookkeeper. So tell me a little bit more about the accounting industries and stories we've heard from our clients like these.
I think one of the problems in the accounting industry is that people go into accounting because they're introverted and they're shy and they don't want to talk to people. And the reality is that accounting at its soul is communication. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. The books tell a story about the business and what that business owner values. And I've had people say, well, I'm scared to talk to my accountant, or I'm embarrassed to tell my accountant, or I'm afraid my accountant is going to yell at me. And that breaks my heart. It breaks my heart to hear people say that. The reality is, majority of CPAs are 50-year-old white men who don't give a damn about small business owners. And that is a travesty on the CPA profession. And I would love to see it changed. I want to see small businesses supported and encouraged and empowered to do greater and better things. And as long as I can get on Zoom, I will continue to pursue that message because traditional accountants are not getting the job done. You need to find someone you can talk to. You need to understand the story that your books tell you, and you need to write the next chapter of this story intentionally.
That is so powerful, Maddie. And I absolutely love that. I love that about you. So let's talk about what really truly makes us different and makes the biggest impact in transformations for our clients. We don't believe in a budget. We have a different proactive approach. For example, it is a better use of your time to figure out how to generate one more client than it is to figure out what expenses you can cut. It is inspiring and empowering to create a vision of what you want, not just what you think you can afford. So if you want a $5 cup of coffee every day, That is fine. You just need to bring awareness to it and plan for it. Maddie, is there anything that you want to add here before I reveal our big secret?
I take a different approach than most accountants. When I sit down with you, I'm going to ask you, how much money do you want to have in the bank for you at the end of the month at the bottom line? And then we're going to work backwards to the expenses for personal and the expenses for the business and the taxes and setting aside a savings account. And we're going to come up with a number that needs to be your gross revenue. So I start at the bottom, and then I work my way up to what you need to make. And then we help you figure out how to make it.
Love it. So the big secret to experience joy of running your business with clarity and confidence, you need to know how much money your business needs to generate a month to support itself and to support you. To find your break-even point, you need to start by creating a holistic list of everything you want in the next 12 to 18 months. So let's say that your break-even number is $10,000 a month. Once you have that foundation and that clarity, you can hold that vision and create a strategic plan to achieve that. You can focus on your offers and know exactly how many clients you need to work with. So it's really like getting in a car and putting an address in the GPS to go to New York City. You know how to get there. You know what roads you're going to take. You know how to get to New York City. Now, detours could come up, road close can come up, but there's a million other roads to get to New York City. So the same is true for your business. Once you know how much money you need to make a month and how to achieve that, you need to focus on that and hold that vision and you'll have a plan of how to get there. You'll have a solid foundation and a strategic plan. So wow, it feels great to share the big secret with our audience, Maddie.
So many people are busy saying, I want to make $100,000, or I want to make $500,000, or I want to make $1 million. You will have the same problems at 100,000 that you have at 10,000. The problems will not change unless you grow and develop personally. Small business is the greatest personal development tool in the world because you have to grow and you have to expand your awareness. You have to be mindful of the choices that you are making. It is, I don't care if you want to be a Ruth Chris Steakhouse or a McDonald's. They serve different customers. They both serve hamburgers. Which business are you? What do you want to be? And you set the standard and the tone for what you want and how you want your business to work. Maybe you want to work with one client at $10,000, or maybe you want to work with 10 clients at $1,000, or maybe you want to work with 100 clients at $100. All of those are perfectly fine business models that get you to the same gross revenue, but they're going to require very different actions on your part. And you've got to know how much that number is. And when you know and you can figure out a strategic plan to achieve it, then you're going to sleep well at night because you know how many clients you need to have and at what price. And I don't care if it's $1 million. I don't care if it's $10 million. The problems are the same. I remember back years and years, God help me ago, when $10 was a lot of money, you know, and then you get to the point where $100 is a lot of money. And then you get to the point where $1,000 is a lot of money. And you build up a resistance to, what is the word I'm looking for? You increase your tolerance for pain, okay? As you grow, your problems don't change. The number and the tolerance amount changes, okay? What are you willing to tolerate? Are you willing to tolerate zero in your bank account? Are you willing to tolerate $1,000 in your bank account? What is your bottom line? Where do you say this stops now and go back forward?
I think that leads in perfect to where I'm going next, Maddie. It's a little bit about the abundance mindset. So have you heard of law of attraction? Have you ever said you want a red Ford Edge and then you see red Ford Edges everywhere you look? Or maybe you're like Maddie, you only buy Subarus and you tell everyone you're going to wrap your car maroon. And then in 2023, Subaru makes a maroon car. It's the same concept. And Maddie, I would love for you to talk about the mindset and the abundance approach a little bit more.
Well, I've been a fan. I'm on my fifth Subaru at this point. And literally, I always said when I hit a particular goal, I was going to wrap my car in this deep, dark purple burgundy color. And Subaru literally came out with a new color that they called dark mahogany pearl. And it is my perfect color. I was forced to buy a new Subaru because they made a car my color. It's funny. It's also funny because I called the salesperson and I said, I want one of these in this color. And she says, well, we can order it and it's going to take, 3, 4, 5 months for it to get here. And I said, fine, we can order it. That's not a problem. And then she called me a week later and she says, I have someone who had a car on order that has backed out and it is being delivered tomorrow to the dealership and it is deep mahogany pearl. And it's the style that you were going to order. And so the universe will astound you with what it can do if you set a clear intention and a goal for what you want to achieve. All it is making a decision. There is more than enough money for everyone on the planet to have what they need. Okay? You just have to make a decision about what you're going to do next so that you meet the goals that you have. And it's like sand on the beach or water in the ocean. Money is the same. It's the air you breathe. It's like oxygen. There's plenty of oxygen for everybody to breathe, okay? There's plenty of money for everybody to run money. Well, how much money you want to run, you got to decide and you've got to set your standards. Okay? I'm tempted to tell the Motel 6 story, Becca.
Go for it, Maddie. I think it's a
every,
perfect example.
every business has a tolerance. How much do you expect to pay for a hotel room? I think most people will say somewhere between $100 and $200 a night in today's world, and I will tell you that there is a chain of motels that used to be called Motel 6. I think they're mostly now they're America's Value Inn or something. And they have rooms for, I think, $60 a night. are you going to stay there? You're not going to stay there. You wouldn't put your dog there to stay the night. Okay? If they made it cheaper, would it make it more appealing? No. If it was $40 a night, it wouldn't make it any more appealing at all. You have to create value and show the value, and people want the value that you offer and can give them. So you have to know what your secret sauce, what your superpower is. My superpower is making decisions and moving forward on them in great action. And there's a quote from George Patton that says, at I'm going to say it wrong, an imperfect plan exercised today strongly is better than a perfect plan executed sometime in the future. Take action. When you take a step, the universe takes a step. And that can be a very small step. That can be a phone call. That can be a little thing. But every time you move, it's like you move the water that you're in. Okay? When you move, something else moves. It has to. And when that movement is made, then you make a corresponding response to that movement. It's a dance. And every movement moves the water. Every movement creates a ripple. You don't know what the impact of that ripple is going to be to the person that you are talking to. Someone will hear what I just said and it will make a difference to them. I don't even know who that is right now, but I know that if I'm moved to say something, it's my moral obligation to say it. And I believe that from the depth of my being. So you've got to take action. You've got to take steps. And the universe responds. You're in a pool of water. When you move, the water moves. It creates ripples. If you stand still and you don't move your feet, you drown.
Maddie, I love how much fun we have going through this process with our clients. I love watching their transformation, and it really is an inspiring process. Some of my favorite testimonials is this one from Megha that said, "I'm surprised that it's definitely less painful than I anticipated." And when Kate said, "You're great to work with, Maddie. This is enlightening and inspiring." And when Nicole said, "After the program, I felt more grounded and like I now had the skills and knowledge I needed to be organized, competent, and run a successful business." And last was Teresa said, "I wish I would have found you 5 years ago. And I like how you can see things that I don't." So what we offer is not a year-long program. It's not a long drawn-out program. It's literally 60 days to a smashing bottom line. Maddie, is there anything that you want to add before I share the details of the 60 days to a smashing bottom line?
You know, I've been working through this process for a very, very long time, and I've seen people go through it, and I know it works, and I know it makes a difference. If I had a magic wand, I would make it a requirement to go through this process before you start a business. Because if you can't put it on paper and make it real on paper, then you need to save your money. You need to not spend your 401k. You need to not run up your credit cards. First, you need a strategic plan that works on paper. Then you can pursue it and move forward. If I could make every business owner do that, it would be a dream of mine come true. That's the legacy I want to live.
Absolutely. So what we're talking about is the 60 days to a smashing bottom line. It is a one-on-one coaching program where we would meet with you once a week for 1 hour for only 8 to 12 weeks. And we would create a list of specific goals and things that you want to do, be, or have, and figure out what it is that you really want. Why are you in business? What do you want your business to support? So then we can figure out how much your personal life costs, how much does it cost? And how much does your business cost? And at the beginning, like we said, the secret is figuring out your break-even point. How much money does your business need to generate a month to support itself and to support you? How much money do you need to make to live the life you want to live? And then we craft your offer. We look at your offer. We look at what you're charging. And if you want to charge $500 instead of $5,000, that's fine. There's no problem with that. No shame, no judgment. You can be who you want to be, but we just need to make it work on paper. We need to know how many clients you need to work with, or what your offer needs to be, and what you can add value-wise so that you can accomplish your break-even point. And so if you're interested in that, and if you are ready to get clear on your finances and ditch the financial stress, then book a free strategy session. We'll put the comment in the links below, and we would absolutely love to meet with you. But I have to share one more client testimonial, and that was from Becky, when she said the course had the right amount of structure without being pushy and adding to my already stressed daily responsibilities. It was easy to follow and helped me focus on what is important to me, both in business and my personal life, and allowed me to do it in bite-sized chunks. So business owners, do you want to experience the joy of running your business with clarity and confidence? Then let's rock 2024 together. And click the link in the comments, and we would love to talk to you and see what your next step is. What's the next step we can help you take? Maddie, is there anything that you want to add before I say goodbye?
You know, I love working with small businesses, and I love making a difference in people's lives.
Absolutely.
Many years ago, I wrote an affirmation, and it is still true to this day. And that is that what I do makes a difference, and I love what I do. And when I work with small business owners, I love what I do. I can think of nothing I would rather do than talk to a small business owner and see the lights come on when they realize what they need to do next. And that power is transformative. And I've seen it happen over and over and over again. And I want to have as many people get that opportunity as I can process.
Absolutely. And we have a lot of fun doing it. It's, money is painful. A lot of people have shame and guilt around money, but we do it in a fun way. There's no judgment, no shame. We're just here to be a really good hand holder and to help you through the process and let you feel relief and clarity. And why not start 2024 on a solid foundation? So
absolutely.
anybody needs help and wants to take the next step and start a conversation, we'd absolutely love to hear from you. If you have any questions that you want us to address next Thursday, post them in the comments. We would love to answer any questions that you have. And if you have 30 minutes, go ahead and click the link in the comments and schedule a free strategy session. But hope everybody has a great Thursday and a productive Friday, and we will see you next Thursday. Bye. Bye, Maddie.